Hello everyone, and welcome to this Syncfusion webinar, Design Xamarin Apps with 100 plus XAML pages and templates. The Syncfusion Essential UI Kit for Xamarin Forms is a set of predefined and well-organized XAML pages that can be integrated into your Xamarin applications. The kit reduces the time and effort involved in the design phase and makes your team more efficient while developing applications. These XAML pages were developed in NVVM design patterns, so you can easily integrate them into your Xamarin applications. For this webinar, we'll start with an introduction to different kinds of XAML pages in the UI kit. And then we'll take you through creating a simple Xamarin Forms application using some of the pages from the kit. First, recent updates to the Essential UI Kit means that we now have a grand total of 101 XAML pages. We have also released 15 reusable XAML templates. We will take a look at those today when we move on to the next slides. We have also released a Visual Studio extension for Mac. I will share the download links at the end of the webinar. We have organized the XAML pages into different categories so that you can easily find the screens that you need without searching through all of them. So these are all the categories that we have. From the most used forms pages to the settings pages, we have designed many generic screens seen commonly in many applications. So here are a few screens from the forms category. The first one you see is the simple login page, and the second one is the gradient variant, which is more attractive with gradient brushes and a background image. So you have some options to choose from, even with the screens that perform the same function. I've picked out a few of the more popular UI pages, those used in many applications. We aim for XAML page UIs that are generic to suit most use cases with little modification. So these are some of the most common pages used in the mobile applications. The chat screens are some of our classic screens used by many of our users. The pages allow slide animations that will be impressive and realistic. The pages have hidden sliding options that are especially useful and attractive for cart applications. The details category pages are mostly used in e-commerce and hotel booking applications. The screens show when a user has chosen a particular item in your application. These are just a few examples from this category. We've recently added hotel booking pages with a more elegant look and optimized performance. We hope that you'll go take a look after this webinar. We have a complete set of XAML pages to design a page that normally lists available articles from your domain or in your database. They allow users to read, bookmark, and share the articles. We are going to see a demo for creating an article application today. Feedback is the most common tool for improving professional business value, and the Essential UI Kit offers some rich XAML pages to receive and view ratings and reviews for a product in any Xamarin application. The UI Kit has different XAML pages for the About Us category. You can display a location with maps and use card designs and gradient designs, as you can see in these screenshots. The navigation category also has several generic XAML page designs that can be used for a lot of scenarios, from a simple notification page UI to a movies list in business applications. You can see the screens have attractive UIs. They also have good performance. The onboarding and error UI designs have many illustrations that can reduce the designer's work to a huge extent. The illustrations in these pages load quickly and convey basic information about your application. The illustrations in these error and empty XAML pages also load quickly and convey what happened in the applications clearly. The page background can be replaced with your XAML design easily, though. This makes these screens more usable in applications. The transaction category holds a XAML design related to money transactions. The bookmark screens are designed for e-commerce and article applications. Any application that requires bookmark, wishlist, and save for later options can use these screens. The history pages are similar to the bookmark pages, but the screen shows items from completed transactions instead of saved items. The social pages have enriched UI layouts to be attractive to users. There are several variants of the screens available to suit different application needs. A profile is a common user screen, and the UI kit comes with different formats for both professional and social media profiles. The UI kit provides an item tracking page that can be easily customized. It's useful for tracking shipments in applications. Based on user requests, The recent update for the UI kit includes dashboard screens. We have a wide variety of attractive dashboard designs that can be directly used by finance and healthcare applications. We have designed the settings category screens to be generic lists that can be expanded or used to navigate to other pages. The notification category screens are also a new release. We have developed these screens to be useful in many use case scenarios. The notifications can be grouped with the relevant data. As I had mentioned at the beginning of this webinar, we have 15 templates in the Essential UI Kit. These are the reusable components of the XAML pages. These templates are kept separated from the XAML pages in the UI Kit, so they can be easily used in your applications. I've put them all into these slides. And now let's go ahead and start the demo for today.
Hello everyone, this is Meigandan from Syncfusion Essential UI Kit team. Today we are going to see how to create a simple article application in Xamarin Forms. Also, we could see that how using the Essential UI Kit pages reduces the design and development time of building a Xamarin Forms application. We are now seeing the onboarding pages of our application that we are going to create. Once completed viewing the onboarding pages, the app will land the login page where we can enter our username and password to log in to our application. This is the home page of our application with two sections, one for displaying the featured stories and another for displaying the popular stories. There is also a bookmark button to bookmark any article. When clicking the any article tiles will display the article in a web view. Also, we can bookmark any article from this view also. This is the master page of our application. We can see the bookmarks, profile and logout pages from the master page. This is a blank new Xamarin Forms application. And now I am going to add the necessary XAML pages in this Xamarin Forms application. We have more than 100 XAML pages that we can choose from. Now the pages are getting added to the Xamarin Forms project. We could see that the views and view model files are added. Also, we can see that the init methods are added to the platform specific projects. Now, I'm going to add a master detail page for this application. And I'm going to name it as an article master detail page. So now I'm going to delete the unwanted files added to this project. These were added by the default. Now I'm going to set the startup page for this application. The startup page would be the onboarding page which we have added through the Visual Studio extension. Now I'm going to add the login page once we have viewed the onboarding pages. So I'm just going to pop the simple login page in the button click event. This will be triggered once we have completed the onboarding pages in our application. So now what we are going to do is replacing the illustration images in the default onboarding pages. I'm going to copy the illustration images from my machine. So I'm going to copy this to Android and iOS projects. So now we have to change the image name and the text in the onboarding pages. So that the onboarding will be relevant to this application. Now we are done with the onboarding pages. So we can wire up the navigations for the login pages. Once the login button is clicked, we have to move to the master detail page that we have added now. This will be the home page for our application. So if the user clicks the sign up button in the login page, we have to pop up the sign up page that was added in the Visual Studio extension. We are going to do the same for the forget password. So now I'm changing the implementation of the forget password page to display the login page once the password is reset. So now I'm going to implement the master detail page for this application. This will be the home page. So we are going to wire up the events in this page. So now we are going to add a new XAML page to display the articles in a web view. So in this master page, we are going to add the master pages needed for this application. The details page will be the article details page that we have added. Now I'm going to add a new XAML class to add the web view to display the article details. So we have added the pages and we have to add the view model for this new class. So now we can design the or change the way the bookmark page looks like. I'm just setting the title view of the pages we have added so that it looks similar to the other pages. So I'm adding a web view to this project in which the article will be loaded. We have to set the layout options and the events. Now we can implement the article details view model. The property is used to check whether the particular article is bookmarked by the current user or not. So the article property will hold the details about the article, and this bookmark property will let us know whether the article is bookmarked by the current user or not. So we have added two properties. To get the details about the article, I am passing the variable as a constructor. So now we can pass the article to the article details page so that we can know that which article is being clicked by the user. So this is the master profile page. So in the master page, we are setting the properties whether the master page is in the view or not. Also, we are going to set the pages to display when the bookmarked and logout pages are clicked. So we are going to set the pages for when the user click the profile option in the master page. For that, we are going to add a about us page to display about this article application. The about us page will usually display the details about that application. So we have set the page to push async while clicking the about us option in the master page. So now we are going to set the featured stories for the master detail page. This is for the master button clicked. When the master button is clicked, we have to display the master page. So I am setting the isPresented property to true. I am just hiding the navigation page so that the app can show our own custom title bar. So I'm just running the application to know whether we are ready for hooking the RSS feeds. So the onboarding page is displayed good, and when completed the login page is appeared. So this is what we have intended. So once clicking the login page, the master detail page is appeared, and the page is populated with the default data we have in our templates. So the master page bookmarks option is working. So all the pages are navigated properly. Fine. So this is the time we have took to set up the application. From here, we are just going to write the business logic for this application. So we could say that we are created the application UI in just 15 minutes for this application. This is because of the Visual Studio extensions we have. So now I am adding the libraries to set up the data service. So once these packages were added, we can add the data service related implementation to this application. The implementation was already made, and I am just going to copy the data service classes needed for this application. We could see what is in these classes later. So these are the data service classes we have added, and just we are going to use these data services in our view models. So we are going to get a property that gets the customer ID. So these are the codes we have in the article data service page. So we just get the RSS feed from a URL and just getting the details about the article to display it in a tiles. Now we can use the data service to get the details about the articles. The class is being resolved from the data service classes we have added now. So we can now fetch the latest stories and the featured stories for this article from the RSS feeds. This is the RSS feeds I'm using. You can replace these RSS feeds to your own to display the articles in your article application. We will be posting this application in a GitHub so that you can make use of it. So I'm setting up the bookmarks page for this application. Once the user marked article is bookmarked, then it will be stored and updated the list in this application. The item selected event triggers when the user selects the particular article to get it bookmarked for him. So once the item is selected in the bookmarks page, we are going to navigate to that particular article, so that we are going to position that particular master detail page for that user. So this must be article details page. So now you can resolve this. So we have to set the URL for that source. I am getting it from the view model. So we have to start the type locator. Once we have set this up, we can run the application. So it took about 25 minutes for me to set up this application, just because of that the pre-designed XAML templates we have. So the onboarding pages are loading good. So the featured and latest stories were populated from the RSS feeds. So when clicking the stories are been loaded in the web view. So we have bookmarked an article. Again, I'm bookmarking article from this web view. So we can check that whether this is working from the bookmarks tab. So we have bookmarked two articles and both were displayed correctly. Also removing the bookmark should also work. Okay, that's also working. So now we can check the profile page. So the application is working as we expected, and we could complete this within the 25 minutes just because we have the predefined XAML pages.
Alright everyone, and that's the end of today's presentation. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments section below. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.